All right, I have a video for you guys today that's made up with a bunch of clips that are like orphan clips that never really made it into a video. So, for example, if I was out with buddies and we did some detecting and I found something incredible or they found something incredible, but that was kind of the end of it and nothing else was found, but I got it on video, it never made it to an adventure video because there wasn't enough material there to create a video for you guys. So they just sit here on the laptop as an orphan clip doing nothing. What I'm going to do today is just kind of make a, I don't know, like I said, 15 to 20 or so clips and turn it into a video for you today to check out. But I'll tell you, there's some really special moments in here. There's some firsts in here. There's a first buckle for a few guys, you know, a first gold rush buckle from the 1850s for a few guys that just blew their minds. And there's a couple really nice pieces of gold in here, including a first piece of gold ever found by a friend. So these are special moments for not just me, but for the person who found the item, and they never got to see the video of that find. So this is not only for me or for you, but it's especially for them, so that they can go back and you know, immortalize that moment in time and watch their special moment over and over again. So show their kids, their grandkids, or whatever. So let's get started and we'll be right back. Okay, so these clips are not in any kind of order at all. I'm just gonna kind of randomly go through them all here. Starting off with me on a really neat 1850s gold rush buckle. So the buckles we find, they're two-piecers. You know, there's the ring section and then the tongue goes in there. We call the ring section the wreath, and they go in and they lock up. And these are the buckles that were sold by the merchants here in California back around 1850 to 55. And you could go in there and get a pick and a shovel, and you know, you could buy a gold pan and some boots, pants, and all that stuff. But they also sold belts and belt buckles, and they were very utilitarian, and some were neat in design too. So we find these in some of the old gold camps. Here's a clip of me finding a clothier wreath. So that's the ring side, but it's just dead mint condition. It was a beautiful day, beautiful weather, and I got a really nice clip here to show you. But it never made it to a video, so we're gonna just throw it in this video. All right, here we go, let's get started. All right, so I got this in the hole here, showing, you can see right here. And then you can see the wreath right here. I'm gonna pop it out, see what we got. There it is. How nice. Beautiful clothiers, perfect condition. Just perfect condition. Clothier wreath. Very nice. Man, awesome. Cool. All right, this next clip is pretty cool. It's me and my son-in-law, Andrew. We tried to get out for a little short hunt, kind of close to home. And we knew the rain was coming. We tried to beat the rain. After about 2 hours or so, we weren't finding anything and we were heading out. As always, on the way out, Andrew hit something incredible. Seems like we always find something incredible on the way out, but here's something that's pretty cool. It's a coin that dates back to the 1700s. I think it was a 1773, and it's a 4 real, so it's the size of a $50. So a 8 real would be the size of a dollar, a silver dollar, and this is a 4 real, about the equivalent size to a US $50. Like I said, 1700s coin. Took us a minute to figure out what it was, and it started to rain on us there at the end, but here it is. Check this out. All right, Andrew just called me over. He's got a killer signal right here, and he said it's out of the hole, and he can kind of see it in the dirt clump. So what do you got? Where at?
It's right here.
Oh yeah, there's a disc right there, a coin or something.
Yeah, it almost looks silver, but
it sure does. I think it is silver, dude. Turn over. That's silver. It just started raining, so we'll get some water on it here, no matter what.
It's definitely silver, but
we don't like to rub on these. It's obviously foreign. You can see the back. It looks like
it might be English or something.
Real, maybe.
Yeah, or yeah, it has a crown on the top.
Yeah, it looks like a real. Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm not too good with foreign coins, so.
Yeah, we'll get some water on it though and take a look at it. I can't really tell right now with the camera view, but there's a coat of arms or something on the back, so cool, man. Right on. Way to start it off. Okay, I'm gonna pour some water on it here, see if we see anything. Oh boy, look at that. Clean it right up. Nice. Let's do the other side too. See if we can get any details off of it. Cool. That's enough. Enough to see something. Turn your flashlight on and see if you can see it. It's about 45 minutes before dark here, so we're kind of turn the flashlight on and see if we can see anything. Anything at all?
Yeah, I see writing, but I can't quite make it out. And it's in a foreign language, so I have no idea what it says. I see something.
Okay.
4 Roman numerals.
All right, we'll clean it up when we get home and get back to you guys. Big silver though. Cool. Old mining site. Wow, nice. Big silver. Always nice to find big silver like that. We don't find a lot of 4 reals out here. We find the 1 reals, the 2 reals, but 4 reals are pretty uncommon out here in California. So this next clip's one of my favorites because it's my buddy John. He's my buddy now, but I think when I filmed this, I didn't know him, and it might have been our first detecting trip together. He had come off a long illness, and he was just feeling like crap, and probably shouldn't have been out in the field that early, but he was a trooper and got lucky that day. He found this. It's his first gold rush buckle, and man, look at the emotions in that guy's head as he picks that thing up and looks at it for the first time, something he always dreamed about finding. And there it is in the ground, staring him right in the face. What a moment in time. I'll never forget this. He's a dear friend of mine to this day, so I'm happy that I'm able to put this in a video for him. Check this out. All right, man. John just called me over. He's very excited. He just got a look at it. A little bit of a look at it, but look at this right here in the hole. You guys can see that? Oh, there it is. There it is. Reveal right now. Here we go.
Oh, it's an eagle.
Is it cast or stamped? Cast.
That's
It is stamped thin.
Yeah, it's pretty thin.
Okay, so it's stamped. Yep, it is thin.
Dude, that's beautiful, brother. Stamped eagle.
Okay.
Looking left. I think they all look left on this one.
Wow, nice, man. Let's
Very
get that in the
nice,
sunlight.
man.
Back your hand up a little bit. There you go. Right on. Look at that.
John just dug a tongue.
Right on. Very cool.
Dude,
Right on, man.
brother.
Good job, John.
Found it.
Wow, how incredible was that? All right, this next find was, we went to this spot about 3 or 4 times and beat it up pretty good, found some gold rush relics, some buckles and stuff, and I went back a few weeks later by myself and got down by the creek and in an area we kind of checked before, and we must have missed this one, but here's a little sneaker I got down. There was a 1 real, couldn't get a date off of it, but here's that clip down right at the edge of the creek. Check this out. Hey, so I'm down here right at the edge of the river again, and I got a shallow signal right on this hillside where I dug a few clothier buckles a couple years ago, but had a nice high conductor, and I see it right here in this plug. I don't know if you can see the round right there on the plug. I think it might be a copper. I can't really tell yet, but banging signal though. So pull my glove off here and take a look. Oh, that's not a copper. Silver. Wow. It looks thin like a real. We'll clean it up later on at home. I don't want to rub on it. Silver though, about the size of a real or a foreign coin. It's an unusual size, so when we get home we'll take a look at it and get some better pictures of it. But pretty cool, man, right in the spot that we've all been over many times. It just goes to show you never know where your coil might have missed. All right, this next clip was, I remember I had a metal detector. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was an XP-ORX, or the ORX by XP. And I tried it a little bit and did a couple videos with it. I decided to sell it, and my son-in-law's friend from work, she was a detectorist and had a couple older machines, and she wanted to upgrade and get something really nice. So we took her out to one of our old Gold Rush sites to try it out and teach her how to use it. And not much was found that day. There was a few other videos made at this site, previous, where we found some cool stuff, but on this particular day, this was the only find of the day, and what a find it was. So I was just walking along. I think I had my CTX 3030 with me that day, or maybe the XP Deus. I don't remember what machine I had. We'll have to look in the video and see if there's any clues. But I'm swinging it and I hear a coin signal and I look down, I'm getting ready to dig, and I see this coin sitting right on top of the ground the size of a silver dollar. But it wasn't silver. I kneeled down and looked at it and and I knew right what it was right when I saw it. I was like, wow, that's probably a calendar coin. And these are coins that were given to the merchants out here on the West Coast to hand out to the miners. So a merchant here could either sell the coin to you as a calendar coin, where you could see the whole entire year by picking it up and looking at a coin. You would know what day of the week it was, what month we were in, or they might have just given them to their customers. So in any case, this is an 1853 calendar coin that's been sitting in the ground for 169 years or whatever that is. Just sitting right on top of the ground with all those summers and winters and rain and sun just beating down on it. And I just plucked it right off the top. Check this out. All right, so I had this high conductor. It's a weird signal because I have a little coil and it's a big coin. I could literally see it right on top of the dirt. It's not even covered. And it's an old site, gold rush period. And if this is what I think it is, I'm pretty sure I got to look at it in the sun. Oh yeah, this is a calendar coin. Look at that, gold rush calendar coin. It has the whole year on the back so that the miners could always tell what the day of the week was. I'll clean this up and get some pictures of it, but that is a cool find. And usually these are a hold. It's not even hold. Really cool find right there. 1850s for sure, probably 52 is my guess, but anyway, that's an epic find right on top of the dirt right there. Just crazy. Kind of a cool clip here coming up next. So my son-in-law Andrew had a relic machine. He had an Explorer, and he was hanging out with me and Ron Swenson, and we were out hitting the parks and hitting all the silver and going to Oakland and San Francisco and the Bay Area and taking all these neat trips and finding tons of silver in the Sacramento parks. And we got out to a relic site with his Explorer, and I stopped at this site. It was pretty close to home, and I remember that when I drove by, the thing that appealed to me about it was there was a lot of hand-stacked rocks down in the creek where you could see tailing piles where the miners were digging for gold. So I figured there'd be relics, but I also in the back of my mind knew that there'd be gold too. So, and we got out of the car and started walking, and Andrew dropped down to dig a target, and I just kept on going, and I was probably 100 yards away when he called me back. And I ran back up there, and he says, "You're not going to believe what I dug." And I knew it had to have been gold just by the look on his face, and I think it was his first piece of gold, maybe if not his first piece of gold, is definitely his first big piece of gold. And it was over an ounce. It was like a 1.3 or 1.4 ounce solid slug nugget that he dug. So he took that machine and sold it and traded that nugget to another buddy of mine for a brand new XP Deus. So Andrew went out with his new XP Deus looking for relics, and just a couple weeks after that incredible find, he finds this with his Deus. Check it out. All right, so Andrew's on the board here. I see something on the edge of this. I don't know if you can see it in light, but there's a glint coming off the corner of this clod.
Found it with the Deus.
Just scored this with the Deus.
It's banging.
See what we got.
Oh yeah, gold.
Nice, chunky gold nugget.
Get a little water on it.
Is there, okay, yeah. Put some water on it. See if there's any quartz mixed in with it or not. A little bit. Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe
Looks
not.
pretty chunky.
It does. It's heavy too.
Nice. Look at that. Whew. Beautiful. Nice. That's over 3 pennyweight, man. Beautiful.
Nice.
Nice little chunky piece of gold there. So this next trip here, this is probably, I don't know, like 5 years ago or so. Me and a couple buddies were out. We're trying to find a site on a map. And we never did find the site. So we were right where we thought we should be, but we never could find any indications that there was really a site there. So we never found the site. We were hiking out, and I remember that one of the guys lost his prescription glasses somewhere back around where we crossed a fence. And it was quite a bit of a hike back over to get to that fence. So two of them took off with flashlights to go try to find the glasses. It was already getting dark. And I stayed where we were at already, and the grass was about 3 or 4 feet high. And I was swinging in some iron, and I was a tough swing in that heavy grass. But I got this signal, got down on it, and to my surprise, it was a really neat 1850s era gold rush buckle. Now, it's not your typical gold rush buckle like we talked about earlier that was sold to the miners to be worn and used, you know, to hold your pants on. This is what we call a fancy buckle, and they're typically dainty and fragile, but this one was weird because I'd never seen one that wasn't made out of stamped brass. This one was cast brass, and I didn't clean it up really well, took some pictures of it, put it up on the internet. A buddy of mine who is just a whiz at identifying things online saw a very dirty picture of the back with a few letters showing in the back, and he accurately identified this buckle as coming from England. Again, it was cast and smaller, but it was definitely 1850s. My first fancy cast buckle I ever found. And, you know, an English thing, and somebody wore it from England and came all the way over here to look for gold and lost it. So anyway, here's that find. Check this out.
I got a pretty good signal right here. I don't think it's very deep. I'm sure it's still in the hole. Yep. Right here somewhere. Ground's tough, like concrete. Woo. Let's see. Still down there. I'm gonna soften it up a little bit with the pick, and we'll come back in on it. All right. Here, right down on it now. Still in there, I got an edge. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I got an edge of something down here. Right there. There it is. Oh, it's a buckle. It's a wreath. Nice. Good thing I was careful with that, man. We'll clean that up and get some good pictures of it. But yeah, nice wreath.
This next one here, I was out with a few buddies. I think there was 4 of us out at a gold rush site. Several neat things were found that day. I think I found a couple buckle parts that day, and a really neat sterling silver knife sheath was found. I mean, just cool stuff. But this particular clip never made it into that video for some reason. So it's not much, but let me just go ahead and show you. It's an 1850s ring, and we find these rings in the camps, and they all look just like this. So I would imagine that back then it was, you know, tough to afford a gold ring, or for whatever reason they didn't tend to use gold rings. They wore these, and we find them, like I said, in the gold camps. So check this out.
Mark just popped something out of the hole. You can see the edge here. So
There's a little edge showing right here. It's a low conductor, so I'm thinking it might be a button.
let's go button.
What was the numbers on that, Mark?
1207.
Good looking edge. Is it a ring?
It's more of a ring than anything else, huh?
Oh, it's going all the way through, huh?
Awesome score on that one.
I think it is a ring.
Yeah, it is.
It's definitely a ring.
Little gold rush ring, huh?
Dude,
Yeah.
baby little guy. Look at him.
Nice, man.
Little ring.
Wedding band, maybe?
Sweet, brother.
Yeah, right on.
All right, yeah, this next find was about 4 years ago, me and my buddy Kevin Hunt. And we'd been out for 4 or 5 hours. I think it had just rained a couple days before. It was kind of a nasty hike, and it was up and down hills, and We were out, like I said, we were beat up, tired, we weren't finding much, and he saved the day with this find right here. Check this out. Right at the end of the day, he pulls this out.
All right, we got this signal here. Kevin found a signal right here that we both listened to and admired.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Sounds amazing. Nice, high conductor.
Yeah, I'm getting a 1246 on the CTX, which is, I mean, that's a great signal right there.
Yeah,
and you
it
know
is.
what? It's tinier too.
It's small, yeah, which is what we like. Because aluminum cans and stuff like that, you know.
Oh yeah, I would ring up
they
huge.
bloom. Yeah.
Okay, it's right there.
Okay.
My pinpointer's going dead. Okay, it's right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to be careful with this because I'm hoping it is a it's a cast buckle.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, dude, that'd be great. No.
Still over there. Oh, there it is. It's a cast buckle.
Yep.
It's a cast wreath, dude.
It's a cast wreath, dude.
Which one
What is
Oh,
it?
cast eagle.
Just a cast eagle.
Nice.
Oh, dude.
Beautiful cast eagle wreath.
Look at that right there, dude.
Beautiful. Nice and straight.
We're 50s.
Ooh, dude.
Beautiful thing, dude.
Very cool, man.
Okay.
That is cool. Right on.
All right, cool, dude.
Yeah, this next clip right here is my favorite coin I've ever found. So I found some incredible coins, including 5 gold coins, including 4 of those being $20 gold pieces. I've found some incredible coins, you know, dozens of reals and 1700s, but man, this is my favorite, and you'll see why in a second. So I was out by myself, and nobody to share the moment with. I don't think this ever made it in any video. If it did, I might have given this clip to my buddy Ron for his channel, and he might have put it in a video, but I doubt it. This might be the first time this has ever been seen. Definitely the first time it's ever been seen on my channel, but again, my favorite coin I've ever found, and one of my favorite finds ever. Check this out.
Man, I'm totally pumped right now. I lost my headphones about 15 minutes ago. The connector went out, and I have no signal on my headphones, so I'm running the machine with no headphones. And I heard this signal. It was super deep. I stopped on it. It was a 1246, and I was about 10 inches down. And luckily, I even heard it on the machine with no headphones because everything in here is just pure iron. But I caught the 1246 popping through on the CTX, and check this out. I have a large coin right here. And, oh man, yes, it's a bust. It is a bust half, and it is in beautiful condition. I don't know if you could see the detail on that. Man, just gorgeous coin. I'm not going to wipe on this at all, but I'll put it away carefully and get home and clean it up correctly and get a date off it for you, some better photos. But man, check that out. A bust half stuck right in the middle of all this iron right here. Very cool. It's made my whole end of my year for me. Yeah, you look at the detail on this thing. Just incredible. You flip it over.
Yeah, so that coin sits right on the top shelf of my display, and I pick it up and look at it all the time, and it's slabbed now. I just really can't get over that coin. Incredible. All right, this next clip here, let's see what we got here. Oh, okay, so this is kind of crazy. So my buddy Bill, I'd been out with him a few times, and we were doing pretty good, finding stuff, and I really didn't know him that good yet, but I'd been invited by my other buddy, Kevin, to go detecting, and Bill gave me an invite for the same day, so I thought I'd ask Kevin, hey, do you mind if Bill tags along? So we invited Bill, and Bill came out with us, and the 3 of us went out detecting, and we all found something pretty cool that day. I don't think any of that ever made it to video, though. For some reason, I didn't get this next thing on video, but it was Bill finding his very first complete Gold Rush miner's buckle. So he found one part, then a foot away he found the other part, and then he found the keeper. All 3 pieces were found all within a foot. They were dead mint, like the miner just set the belt down, it rotted away, and here comes Bill 165 years later and finds it. So he was reeling off of that, and at some point Kevin parted ways with us and headed home because he had a long drive. And me and Bill kind of stayed for about another hour or two. It was just starting to get dark, and Bill pops this out. So this is why he says lightning strikes twice. Here he is finding another complete buckle, all 3 parts, kind of in the same area. Crazy, check this out. All right, it's just starting to get dark, and we're working our way out. And
Yeah.
What happened, Bill?
Well, I got a clean target. I had several pieces of juice over here, but the coup de grace for the day. Hello, beautiful.
Ooh, it is a tongue.
Oh, dude.
It's the applied front, large eagle. Large eagle, applied front. Yeah, dude.
Glorious.
Wow, nice.
Glorious.
And she's in perfect condition.
Amazing.
Woo! All right.
Oh, God, that wreath has got to
So
be
sweet.
right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got to be here, dude.
All right. On mine. Piece of glass.
Yeah,
right
piece
there.
of glass, huh?
It's another piece of glass. Oh, it's a little.
Oh, it's a keeper, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a vest buckle, right
Vest
on.
buckle.
Yep, cool. Still stuff in here. Jeez,
Come on, baby.
we ain't done yet.
All kinds of glass.
We ain't done yet.
We ain't. Let me put this in the pocket. And pop the shovel. Oh, yes.
Keeper.
Keeper.
There's a keeper.
Dude, does that have material on it?
Yeah, okay, don't be very careful with that, dude. Put that in. Do you have something to put it in?
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
Yeah. Put that in something. Keep looking in the hole with your pinpointer.
Okay.
There's still something over there. Oh, you moved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, something. It's in your hand. Little piece of square nail there.
Think so. Yeah, square now.
Okay. All right, we're still going though.
Oh boy.
All right, so we got a super high conductor over here
Yeah.
on the CTX banging 47. And this could be the wreath or something else epic.
There it is.
Yes.
There it
There it
is.
is. There it is.
Lightning strikes twice.
Yes. Woo!
Oh,
Dude, all 3 parts.
Oh my
All
God.
within a 1.5 feet.
oh my God. I can't believe it.
Crazy. Crazy, dude.
Should I lose my shit right now?
Yes, I think you just did.
Oh my God. Look at this, man.
Perfect condition again.
Barely tweaked it all.
Yep. Wow.
Dude,
Lock it up. What are you doing?
I am so on.
Better lock it up on camera.
Dig that. Oh, this is happening. Cash money.
Oh,
Cash money.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Man. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so we're about 5 feet away, and there's a round disc in the hole right here. We're going to see what it is. Could be. It is.
Oh my God.
It is. It's a wreath.
Oh,
Fancy wreath.
the fancy.
Yeah,
I've been dying for one of these.
fancy wreath.
Oh my God.
Yep, nice. Sweet condition, too. Is that your first fancy? Oh, no, you had a
Yeah.
couple, huh?
No, this is my.
Is that your first? Wow.
Oh my God.
Nice, man. Well, yeah, you might as well.
I mean,
You might, you know,
do you think?
you might as well.
Should we?
Yeah, just get it. Dig it out.
Okay, I'm just gonna put that right there.
Yeah, grab that out real quick.
Okay.
There's no sense leaving it in there. We'll just grab it real quick.
Well, we could come back at a different time and.
Yeah, but I mean, we're here already. You might as well just grab it now.
All right. Just a branch falling, but it scared me.
There it is again.
Beautiful.
Amazing. Primo shape.
Yeah. Nice.
Gosh.
Yeah, you could see the raw emotion, just, you know, Bill's voice and his face. And I mean, here he is, having never found anything like this before, and he finds 2 complete buckles in one day, and then that fancy wreath at the end. He also found a few knife parts that day. He just killed it. Just total luck. He was in that sweet zone. He found a perfect spot and just killed it. He found someone's camp. Then at the end there, you could see me and Bill were kind of on high alert anyway, and we knew that there was bear scat everywhere, and it was dark. We heard a huge crash right next to us, and we thought there was a bear coming, so we got a little scared there at the end, but anyway, kind of funny. It was just a branch falling, I think, falling off a tree. All right, this next one here, one of my new friends, Branton, the fighter pilot. He's a ex-aviator, military aviator. And he's retired now. Me and him been getting out a lot lately. This is his first gold rush buckle he ever found. I was lucky enough to be, hey, look, this is crazy. All these clips I'm showing you, some of these are their first times finding something incredible. And there I am watching it live and videotaping it so you could see it, they could see it. And these are special moments to me. This is a special moment to him. It's his first gold rush buckle ever. So they come to my house, they see my collection, they see my displays, they see the videos, they might have Max Bell's California Gold Rush Buckles book, and then here they are finding for the first time their very own. So here's Branton with his first Gold Rush buckle, and man, it's a nice one too. Check this out.
All right, Branton is hooping and hollering. He's like, oh my God, Mark.
Something good.
And he said he might have found his first buckle. So we just kind of wandered over to an area where we're getting a little bit of iron, and sure enough, he kneels down and...
Definitely a buckle of tongue. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
That's a beauty.
Okay, cool.
Whoa. Now we got to find the rest of it.
Nice. It's all complete. Let's take a look at this.
It's in good shape.
Ooh,
Wow.
look at the angle on that, guys. Just perfect angle. Dude, congratulations,
Thank
man.
you.
What a heck of a find.
I am psyched. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
His first eagle buckle, well, his first buckle.
Yeah, except for
First
that
Gold
dandy
Rush buckle.
That's
Yeah.
it.
That
Oh,
is
that's
beautiful.
awesome.
Couldn't have been any better.
Just
So
like you
yeah,
said.
we'll see at the other pieces around here, man.
Holy smokes. This is
Um,
on my machine, it was 80, 80, 80, 80. Perfect.
Nice.
VDI.
Very cool.
Woo!
That is awesome. I was glad I was with you on your first buckle, man.
Me too. I'm psyched.
That's awesome. All right, we'll keep at it. But hey, we're on the board. We got something for the video for you guys. But we just now got into the iron, so we'll stick around here a little bit and see how far it goes and see if there's more to this. And hopefully he finds the other half of that, huh? And maybe even a keeper too, huh?
No kidding.
Yeah.
Bound to be more.
All right, here we go.
How cool was that? So since then, he's found several more, but that was his first. So here we are with a little clip that, you know, you could kind of skip past this clip if you don't want to watch me not finding anything. This is just me talking, more of an adventure. It's kind of a longer clip too. You could skip past it if you want, but here I am talking about a neat site that I found, and it just so happens that where I'm talking right now in this little clip is exactly where, if you go back up to the third clip in, where John found his first buckle part. That buckle part was found right where I filmed this at a later date. And I like to show you this because it's really neat. It's a natural spring, and there was Native Americans there and gold rush activity later. They just, you know, were gravitated towards that natural spring. They had those grapes and all this. So check it out. Like I said, if you don't want to watch an adventure, you want to go dig to dig, you can skip past it, but here it is.
I'll take a walk down here and show you something pretty cool. These berry trees, berry bushes, huge berry bushes here. Can you hear all the birds? Hundreds of birds above me. So you can see this is a natural spring right here. There's no other green anything around here except for right here. It gets real green, and I'll show you that spring in a second. There's a bunch of those little finches up on top too, see them? If you look down at the dirt over here, the dirt is kind of a pale brown. But if you go this way, like you see that color right there, that dirt? As you come down here, you notice the dirt gets darker. Real dark, actually. See this real dark dirt right here? So this is an Indian midden mound right here we're standing on, where Indians were living. Native Americans were camped right here and living here for probably many decades, if not over hundreds of years. And that's why the dirt is brown like that from all their fires and just them living right here. Something that's pretty cool though is, see this big old tree? Right here and here. These, not this tree over here, but this tree out. Let's see if I can get a bit here. Let's go this way. Here's one of them right here on the ground. You can see this tree right here. Coming out and branching up. And then here's another part of it right here. This is a grape vine. This is a grape tree. This is what happens to grapes after they've been allowed to grow for 165 years without anyone messing with them or trimming them or anything. Look how massive they get. So this is actually, okay, I'm mistaken. This is an oak tree right here. See this? The grapevines are just all around this, but this is a massive grape tree right here. This one here. That is not an oak tree. It's all grapes all the way up. And they're natural grapes that were probably grown, planted right here by the miners who were living here after the Native Americans were long gone out of here. But there's grapes everywhere here. Let's go over here and take a look. Some of the vines have climbed up this tree. See the grapes up there? And they're actually really good grapes too. Let's go over here. Take a look at the grapes. They're not very big. Small little guys. Here's my hand so you can see. But they're tasty though. Very sweet. Big seeds inside of them, but they make a great juice though. Good stuff. And you can see that the bears and deer have been eating these grapes, because all their scat on the ground here has grape seeds in it. Let's go take a look at that little stream down here that comes from a natural spring. It's all coming from a natural spring. Look at that water. It's Mother Nature's fresh water coming right out of the earth. And these plants right here are thriving on all this water. Year round. We haven't had any rains in months here. The spring is here year round. That's why all these plants have grown so well right here for the last 150 years. Let's take a walk over this way. So that black dirt It's kind of getting normal again as we get away from that area, which means that the Indian camp, Native American camp, was back there and not so much out here. But I do want to show you something over here that's pretty cool. See, look at the difference in the color of dirt now. I'm walking through a field of star thistle, and this stuff is nasty. To get over here, show you this. What do you see here? So Native Americans were, man, I'll tell you what, to make a hole like that in any rock, I don't care what kind of rock it is, takes countless years, generations to make a hole that deep in the rock. Look at that. And they were crushing acorns or whatever else in here, seeds. So this is a big grinding rock for the Native Americans. More of them over here. And right there is where I showed you the midden mound was, where they were living.
All right, so this next clip is my son-in-law. This is, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago or so. And again, you know, he'd seen several buckle parts found by me and other guys. And I think he had found a couple stamped buckle parts, but this is his first cast buckle part. Too bad it was found broken, but he got lucky and found both pieces. It was later repaired by Ron Swenson, and now it sits in Andrew's display case and looks amazing. So here's Andrew finding his first cast buckle with a little bonus at the end where he finds another beautiful stamped, pretty rare piece too. So here's Andrew finding a couple buckle parts.
All right, so we both heard this little squeaker over here, and it's
Very
surrounded by iron. But Andrew just popped it out, and we got a kind of a quick look at it here. Looks like it might be a buckle. Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah, eagle. Cast eagle.
broken cast eagle. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Very cool. We'll clean it up and straighten it up and get some better pictures of it for you. Very cool. Right on. So we just rechecked the hole and he found the other half, the other part of the belt loop.
Mangled.
But hey, we got it. Very cool.
Yeah, look at that.
I think it's all there, right?
Yeah. Yep. That would have been there, and this
Mm-hmm.
would have connected over. Yeah. Yep.
Well, keep looking. See if you found the other half.
Cool.
All right, Andrew's all fired up. He called me over because he's looking
yeah,
for the other
fired up.
half of that eagle, cast eagle, and he pops out this stamped wreath. Very nice. Less than about 10 feet away. Just pops this out. And this one's complete. It's pretty straight too. It looks good. Nice. Laurel wreath. T-slot. Very cool.
All right, this next one is a buddy of mine, Brandon, I call him Brandon the school teacher. He teaches gold rush history in school. So he's a huge history fanatic like me, especially when it comes to the California gold rush. And he gets to teach it every year to his students, which is really cool. And do some pretty fun field trips and stuff along the way. But he's found, man, Brandon's been lucky with gold. Here he is, caught off guard at night, looking for relics. We're working our way out. And again, working our way out, he gets a signal and we're just nonchalant digging the signal and whoa, check this out. Caught us by surprise.
Brandon's got a signal over here. Sounds pretty good, he said. He's down on it. Pretty close to the ground's really hard though. But he said it sounded good.
It's about a 85.
Right on it.
It'd be great if it was like a button or something.
Oh, it's an 85, you said?
It was an 85.
Okay. Probably not a button then. Could be a powder top. There it is right there. I see something shiny.
It's gold.
Ooh, it's a beautiful piece of gold,
It's
dude.
gold.
Yeah, that's
It's a
beautiful. Wow, let me see it.
Nugget.
Let me look at it without the camera light.
Okay.
So we can. There, oh no, yeah, there we go. The camera will put some light on it for
Holy
us.
crap.
It's a big old nugget, and it's
Holy crap.
it's almost an ouncer. 3/4 of an ounce, man. Look at that. Woo! Good thing I turned the camera on, dude.
Woo.
That's badass. Let me get a picture of it. Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, man. Shock the monkey.
We've been trying to get out for forever. Brandon's a very busy school teacher, and man, it's been so hard for us to get out, but he's rewarded. Look at that. Will that go to school to show the kids now? Hard to say.
Maybe not.
Hard to say. Wow, that's nice. Camera just won't focus, but hopefully you guys can see it. It's a beautiful piece. Nice chunky one.
That was a nice chunky piece. I think it was a little over, I think it was like 3/4 of an ounce, believe it or not. Just a slug that he found. And this last one here, speaking of slug, woo, this is crazy. So this is my buddy Kevin, and you know, Kevin's been in a lot of videos with me over the years. And I'll tell you what, let me put a little link up here to some of my adventure videos. If you haven't seen some of my older videos, go in there and watch the one about the gun that was found, the big silver, the Spanish silver, that's Kevin. Check those out. And here he is. You know, I've been detecting with Kevin for years. He's been detecting for over 20 years, him and his dad. And he's been a serious relic hunter for a long time. And right out in the same, walking the same footsteps I'm walking, here I am finding all this gold. And Kevin's never found a piece of gold until this clip. Check this out. Man, you talk about being caught by surprise. So he knew exactly what it was when he picked it up and felt the weight and looked at it for the first time. But his brain just could not register it. He brought it up to his face. It's out of the camera for a second. And he's looking at it. And he even took his glasses off and looked, put them back up, and he just couldn't believe, and it comes back into view for us to see it in the camera. And he just can't believe, and neither can I, how beautiful it was, how big it was. And man, that thing sits right at the top of his display case now. And just a gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous piece that he found. And again, look at the emotion, the raw emotion. Here we go.
Woo, listen to that. Kevin just called me over on this. I have 35, he's got 37.
Yep, 1237.
That's a good number. That's a high conductor. Not super high, but
That's
lower than dime, but
yeah,
it's
lower
up
than
there.
dime. So we're right here. I mean, everything here has been super, super shallow.
Sure has, yeah.
So I'm just gonna kind of go
And old.
around it. Aggressive tactics. That could be horse feces. Okay, let's see where we're at. It's got good size to it. It's
Nice. Perfect size, huh?
got, yeah, it's got size enough for what we want. Although the numbers are a little high
A little
for.
high, but you never know, man. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
you never know. Could be a broken part, could be
Yeah.
a fancy,
Yep.
all kinds of stuff.
Wow, this is very.
I just dug a deep lantern part over here, so
Really?
right near where you're at, yeah.
I mean, here, you never know what this is.
Getting a little deeper, huh?
Getting deeper.
Is that it or no?
Oh my God, dude.
Is it gold? Oh yeah, it's got a piece of gold in it. Specimen.
Dude, it felt heavy.
Beautiful. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Felt heavy.
Dude.
That's my first piece of gold, dude.
Wow, you got a nice one for your first one, dude.
Dude, that is my first piece of gold that
Hold that real quick. Put your hand up.
I've ever dug.
That's his first piece of gold he's ever dug, you guys. Are you kidding me?
It's every. Dude, look at the back.
Oh, this is his first piece.
You don't have any water, do you?
Yeah. Kevin's been out detecting, you know, as long as I have doing this.
In
And-
gold country,
in
everywhere.
gold country, and this is his first piece of gold he's ever found right here.
Dude, that's
This
so
is a special
heavy.
moment, dude.
That's crazy.
Let's get some water on it. Oh God, not my
Okay,
leg.
are you ready for it to? Oh my God, dude. Oh my God.
Absolutely incredible, dude. Beautiful, man. What a
Dude.
banger.
I've never dug something like that.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Wow, so that's what it looks like, huh? Mm-hmm. Dude, look at how much of it's in there.
Yeah, it's just gnarly and it's just loaded.
What do you think that?
There's an ounce in there.
Think so?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. 3/4.
Really?
Yeah, almost, maybe right at an ounce.
Oh, dude.
It's close to an ounce, yeah.
I am excited. Here, let's put it
And look
next to
how
the...
it's been tumbled, like it's like all smooth looking.
Yeah.
It's not raw and gnarly. It's, you know, it's been placer. It's been rolling around.
Dude. And it's, I mean, look
Eons
at
ago.
it's, you know, there was in between some bedrock looking
Look at that.
stuff. Dude, that's awesome, man.
Oh, that's so incredible. You know, it's really neat that you found one with the quartz and everything still in
Really?
it like this, because it just shows better.
Oh,
it
yeah, I
shows
know.
better in your display because it's just so...
So, you know what? Where
Gold
we're at
rush.
here, they were out here doing exactly this and
Yes.
finding gobs of gold.
Oh, tons, yeah, just crazy amounts, yeah.
That is incredible. That's my very first piece of gold I've ever dug with a metal detector.
Wow.
And I mean, it's, you know, I'm not really into gold, you know.
Right, me either, but yeah.
I'm
but
a
that's-
relic hunter, but
Sure is amazing to find one like that.
that's incredible, dude.
Yes.
I'm excited about that.
Hell yes.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Awesome, man.
What a first piece too, man. I mean, not a little nugget, but a freaking specimen like
Yeah,
an ouncer.
dude. That's a good one.
That's crazy cool, dude.
Awesome,
All right.
man. Cool.
How incredible was that? All right, that's it for the video. I will do another one of these. I'll take another 10 or 15 clips that don't belong to a video yet, and I'll do this again. But that's the first one. I hope you enjoyed it. This next video you're going to see right over here is what YouTube recommends that you watch next. And if you like this kind of stuff, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe if you want. I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, take care.